Good morning, good morning, good morning, Falcon fans. You know what time it is, baby. It's time for the pregame meal. Let's go ahead and get this thing started. I'm open and BirdCage. What's going on, good people? You know what time it is. You either get right or you get left, and you're going to go ahead and get right with your boy, the historian, this morning. This is the pregame meal talking about the Atlanta Falcons versus our division rival, the Carolina Panthers. I hope y'all are doing well this morning, and hopefully we got a little bit of a reprieve today and possibly a little hope. But with the way that this week has gone for Falcon fans, I can honestly say it's not much hope right now with a lot of fans. I'm not saying me, but from the conversations that I've had with fellow Falcon fans, I've seen on social media, there are a lot of pissed off people. And it's okay to be pissed off because right now we're being pissed on by our leadership in this franchise. They've lied. We're not holding them accountable. Right now is the time that you got to start holding folks accountable because we have too talented of a team at this point to put ourselves in a spot to where we're not winning ball games. Period. I hate to say it like that, but in this situation, Bryce Young has a winning record versus the Atlanta Falcons. We got little brother. Even if we win this game, it still does not hit the same because let's be real. You still have a small path to the playoffs. You got to win every division game from here on out, starting today. You beat them today. You beat New Orleans. Then you got to play Tampa again. Then you got to play. Then you got to play New Orleans again. You've got to win 4 straight games in the division to have a chance, and hope that Tampa or someone else loses in this division because Carolina's number 2. This is a slim chance for the playoffs because you got to win the division. Way you win a division is exactly how I was saying. Right through Tampa, right through Carolina, right through New Orleans. That's going to be hard, but it's not impossible. It's not impossible. The odds are bleak at this point, but it can be done. We've made it harder on ourselves to win. Let's just be honest. Games we were supposed to win, we've given up the draws. We've not helped our calls out. We're way on the outside looking in. We got to hope for a lot of help at this point. Season's not over with. We're not mathematically eliminated, but there is still a chance that we can be. But all I can say is good morning, y'all. I know a lot of people are a little disappointed right now, but guess what? Hey, show up to the game. Still root, still be loud and proud. I still don't want to lose to Carolina, but today is a do or die situation, folks. If we don't win today, we put ourselves in a position to where the season is pretty much over with. It's pretty much at that point where the season will be over with if we don't win today. And at this point, I look at it like this. This is a do or die game today. And the way that we are going to make sure that we still save our hope at this point for the division, we got to win today. This is a game that you got to win. This is a game that has to be taken to the next level. But can our offense match our defense? Can we come out and be efficient like we were earlier this year? Who knows? But welcoming back to the pregame meal table, we got Will in the building. What's up, Will?
What's going on, man?
Hey man, just sitting here, just enjoying this Sunday morning before the game starts.
Okay. Yeah. My 3 keys to victories, man. It's gonna be time of possession. Uh, number two, stop Waddle, the running back, and we contain him and put pressure on Bryce Young. We can win this game. And I said and I think my three key is executing on offense, man. The first and second downs, man. We got to keep the chains moving and keep running the ball. I don't think we should do too much fancy if Drake London not playing. We just need to control the line of scrimmage and run the ball.
For me, I just look at it like this. At this point, I just need them to get a win. I don't care how
Yeah,
it
yeah,
happens.
yeah. Me too. Me too.
I don't give a damn about how all this works out. It just needs to be a win at this point, because right now you're fighting for your season and your playoff life today. This is what this game is. Because if you lose today, you pretty much eliminate yourself from the
Out the
division
bell.
title,
Yeah.
which is the other pattern to get to the playoffs. But again, we got to see. I'm not worried about the defense.
It's the
I'm not
offense.
worried about the defense at all.
It's the offense.
And truthfully, I would even say this here. I worry about certain aspects of the offense, not everything. Because the one thing I know that they're going to do, they're going to run the football. That's something I know they're going to do. And outside of running the football, it's the consistency with the passing game or possibly being able to keep the hot hand on the field. If you have somebody like an Algier that's cooking, like he did in the Indianapolis game, you have to keep feeding them until they stop. The problem is we have inconsistency with our offensive coordinator when we're actually doing well. That's the thing that kills me. He wants to get creative, and it's like, dude, don't reinvent the wheel. Just go ahead and let it be. Don't reinvent the wheel. Just keep driving. Stop trying to take nails out of the tire. No, keep driving. We good. We got tread on these tires, and you over here rolling a certain way. Keep it moving. But outside of today's apparent game, how does this defense shut down Bryce Young? Because the last time Bryce Young had a surgical clinic on this defense last week, and that was one of the toughest things earlier this season. That was one of the toughest things to see when the Falcons lose the way that they did. And we're 0-2 in the division right now. We win today. We're still in hot water, but we can pull ourselves out of it. That's the whole thing I'm looking at. And at this point, I just need consistency from this offense today. And not just consistency. I need for this defense to get after Bryce Young. Make him feel human. Go after him. Put him in a position to where how can I put it? You put him in a position to where he's going to make a lot of mistakes. This is how you win this game. Then you run the ball. Their front seven is nice. Problem is, you got to change up the passing scheme a little bit, because when you got J.C. Horn saying, I know what's coming next, he's not even a veteran. He's And he's a vet, but he's not a seasoned vet. But this dude already understands our offense. He doesn't have to figure anything out. He just has to stop it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that I'm a little concerned with when we talk about our passing game. I'd like to see a little bit more creativity at this point.
Yeah, I agree. And I agree with you, man. Ryan, my bad, but I had a phone call. But yeah, man, they just need to stick with Tyler just let the hot hand feed you. And get the ball to B. John Robinson. Like it's stuff just be common sense with the play calling. It's like if it's working, why stop doing what you're doing? Like just keep running the ball. Like if they can't stop it, then let them stop it. Until they figure out, I'm gonna keep running the damn ball down their throat until they stop it. It's just common sense, man. It's just play calling. Like it don't need to be too cute today. Just get you an ugly tough win and move on. But like I said, we need to run this ball though. We need to. We don't need to rely on the passing game right like that. Our wide receivers don't get a lot of separation outside of Drake London, so we really don't have nobody in the Kyle Pitts. But we need to focus on running the ball this game on offense.
Well, here's the thing. The offensive line's got to find consistency against that front seven for Carolina, because they're definitely solid in the run game. They're number 2 in the division, but they're definitely one of the top run defenses in the league. But Before we get to that, hey, I want to give a shout out to my man Dre and my man Smokey on X. They definitely reposted the show for me. I appreciate you guys. Check out Smokey and my man Carlito on Students of the Game. If you're around the Chattanooga area, they also have a YouTube channel if you want your college football needs. And also my guy Dre, pretty much from you got to check out my guy Dre. He's also doing his thing right now. You got Gridiron Dre Sports, and then you have No Scholarship. Please check out those two platforms if you are college football fans. They definitely have some great work, and they'll get you laced up in that. And for the Falcon fans that can't see the game today, check out Larry Dixon of the Dixon Way. Shout out to my guy who does live commentary. If you can't get the game or you're just tired of the Fox analysts or whatnot that do the games, check out Big Larry. He does a hell of a job. So we appreciate you guys for helping us out on this end. Wanted to make sure I showed a little plug love over here. But getting back to these Falcons, I see in this game, I need this offensive line to create holes where we haven't created them. Against Indianapolis, but again, we're playing against a team that actually is going to be tough, and they got a lot of things that's going to be going at this point. So I'm looking at it from a standpoint of we got to get this stuff right. Will, what are you doing?
No, I had went to go to Parks to get me some coffee. I had mute myself because I didn't want you to hear all that noise in the background.
I'm sitting here looking. I'm like, what the hell are you doing this morning?
Nah. I had to try to get some coffee for me and my mom, man. That's it.
Man, get back at me when you get in the car. Man, we ain't doing this. Look, I love my guy Will. He doing too much. This is what I mean when I say he do 80 million things no, look, if you're not in a stationary place, I get it. But if you're running errands and doing this, like, come on, man, help a brother out. But anywho, shout out to Pink Slip Will, man. That's my guy right there. I love Will. Will will always be cool with. Sometimes I just shake my head at that, but it's all good. Now, getting back to it, and shout out to my man, Boss Man Gotti, who's over here doing his thing, Atlanta sports content creator, and he's doing his thing over there, supporting all Atlanta sports. Y'all check him out as well on YouTube. But outside of that, let's talk about it. How can this offense unlock Penix? We already know the answer. You got to get rid of your OC. Or the other thing Penix has to do today, Penix, you got to say the hell with what he's talking. You got to change formations. It's a lot of things that you need to do on your end, bro. You got to make it happen. You got all the talent in the world to make this happen. But you have to put yourself in a position to win a game. You're going to have to run. If you have to, you're going to have to. You're going to have to have that defense looking for you and have them predicated to, oh, he'll take off and run. Have them commit a spy to create an opening for your other playmakers. There's so many things that you must do, Penix. Once you get that squared away, I think that that's going to change a lot of things. That's just me. Once you do. But what's going to be tough with changing that is breaking your old habits, and you're going to have to be defiant. You're going to have to be disobedient, as they would say. Once you're disobedient to this and you show your guys that, hey, the hell with what they're talking about, we're going to play this game the way we know how to play it, and we're going to win. That is how you continue to win the locker room. But right now, I can't, after the interview that we saw, take it how you want it. They wanted to clean that up, but there's no way that you clean up what was said because people are going to perceive things the way that they perceive them. This dude has no support on the sideline. Really, I don't even think he has it in the locker room like that because nobody talks to him in the sideline when he screws up or something happens. That is a problem. We have a team full of individuals and not a whole team. There's no galvanization with this team. Maybe the defensive unit, but it needs to be a team. We don't have togetherness like you think. Because if we did, it's no way in hell that Penix would be feeling that way. It's no way in hell that veterans on this team wouldn't say, hey, man, come here, young fella. You're pretty much the leader of this team. You got to get out of this funk. We don't know how you're going to get out of it, but you're going to have to figure out how to get out of it. It's just like a baseball player when they get into a hitting slump. They are in that slump. They have to get themselves out of it. But the way that you get the support of this team, you pretty much might have to shoot a middle finger at the establishment. That's just how that goes. And the way that you shoot a middle finger at the establishment is being defiant on the field, change the plays that are called, and have a little bit of a mean streak when Zach Robinson wants to say something to you. Like, look, you've been screwing this offense up all season. What you need to do, you pretty much need to let me cook. I got this. Sit your butt over there on the sideline because you're not worth 2 dead flies smashed. That is how you do it. I'm not saying that you need to do this all the time, because if you're employed with a job, you're not going to talk to your boss like that. But in this sense, you can talk to your boss like that when he's screwing up and messing up your career at this point. You can in this sense. Are you going to get rid of the franchise quarterback? I think not. They traded up. They pretty much got him, and he was a first rounder. They're not going to get rid of this dude. It's his first year starting. At this point, I need Penix to get a bit of a backbone. You talk about where you from down there in Florida, and you talk about how tough it was and how much of a fighter you are. Okay, let me see that. Your back is against the wall. Let me see you fight. Let me see you stand up to your boss and say, hey, man, this ain't right. Now, Ray McCloud, on the other hand, was a dude that was built like that. He called it out publicly. And a lot of people are mad. It's like, no, it needed to be said. And public embarrassment sometimes helps out, because guess what? They aren't trying to listen to what you're saying behind closed doors. So guess what? Turn it up. Get the media talking. They don't want that type of embarrassment. Trust me when I tell you this. The media is looking for stuff to tear the team apart. And when you have public embarrassment and you have guys to do that, to tell the truth about what's going on, that right there in itself will maybe change a few things. Because I can tell you up front that Drake London never spoke the way that he spoke the other day. Oh, I just work here. I'm sorry, Kyle Pitts said, I just work here last season. This season, Drake said, hey, I just run the routes they tell me to run. That is how you know that locker room is in peril. Today, you have to put yourself in a position to where you can win in spite of. That's what championship teams do. And with the championship team, we're not at the championship level. We have a championship level defense, but we're not a championship team right now. Period. Until we get to a place to where we can be honest with ourselves, we can still salvage a few things, but we have to be honest with ourselves with where we are. That is the start of it. Any relationship that you have, anything that happens, all I can say is you have to put yourself in a spot to where you respect the guys in that room, to be honest with them. That's the reason Raheem has lost his locker room. That's the reason why the respect factor is not there like you think. And you listening to it when you see these interviews. That is the reason why. Today has to be a day of a statement. You have to win regardless. Whether you're going to leave in free agency, whether you're going to try to go to another team and get out of here because it's a toxic environment, it is what it is. But let's be honest. We can be honest, but can my franchise be honest? No, because you saw that with Rich McKay with the interview, and you also saw that with how things are being handled right now. It's a mess behind closed doors. Looks good on the outside, but it is a mess behind closed doors. We got to fix that. And what that means, and I'm getting ready to get to that, Raheem got to go. Zach Robinson got to go. I know everybody doesn't want to give up the defense, but here's my thing. If you get Mike LaFleur in here, he's not going to get rid of Olbrich. He's not going to get rid of Jerry Gray. Y'all do realize that he worked with Jerry Gray in Green Bay before Jerry Gray came to Atlanta, correct? Okay. I just need y'all to make sure y'all knew that. So they're looking at bringing a guy in here that understands offense. And if you put his offense with the defense that we have a lot more pieces than the Packers right now. If we get that type of mind, here in Atlanta, we don't know what's gonna happen. What's up, Alberto? Yeah. Here's my thing. Even if we salvage the season, we don't need Raheem here next year. I'm sorry. I gotta say that he gotta go. And I'm still saying that. Until we can get somebody in here that understands how we operate with this team and sets a standard here, it's gonna be the same. Ulbrich set a standard with this defense. Ulbrich had a screw up during the offseason, but I said hands down, the way that he atones for the screw up that happened this offseason with his son, he got to call it. I said his defense got to be on point. And that defense has been ranked in the top 5 all year and was number 1 at one point. Really can't argue. You really can't argue with the results of what he's brought to the table at all. But my thing is, I don't think that they're going to get rid of Raheem until the end of the season if they do. Because if Green Bay is stupid enough to let Mike LaFleur go, you really don't believe he ain't going to come into Atlanta? He's still got good relationships with people here. He's already shown that he understands how to run an offense. He's already shown that he knows how to get to the playoffs and win a playoff game. So again, you really could bring something like that in where he should have been here the whole time. Should have been here the whole time, but he wasn't. So we got to roll with what we have and roll with what we've been getting. So if you guys want to tap in, I got the link that I posted for you guys. It's in the chat. You guys can come in. You guys can talk about what you like to see today, what you like to fix. Hell, you can even talk about what the status of the Falcons are right now, because that's what I'm doing. I got a feeling that we could possibly win this game today, but I feel like it's going to be an ugly win if we win. But I'll take it because it saves our chances of making the playoffs. We're not 2016. We're not 2017. You know, these teams that I'm naming, we're not either of those teams. We're pretty much a mediocre team right now because of what we've been putting out. I think that we have a chance to win games this year, yes, but the games that we should have won this year to help us catapult into making that next step is just not there. The media has been behind us for one, and we have a lot that's coming. What's up, Ryan? Welcome to the pregame meal. What you got, man?
If we're gonna make it to the playoffs, it started today. Raheem got to coach his off. If we're gonna make some noise, it started today. Zach Robertson, you got to show up and show out. You gotta do better play calling. Take advantage of the mixed match. Get Kyle Pitt the ball. If you trying to make it to the playoffs. Do I believe in the team? Yes. Do I believe in the coaching staff? No. I believe in their defense, but the offense and the head coach, a.k.a. the car salesman, Raheem Morris, no.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of things that go on with this, and at this point, you just got to hope that they can figure it out. And my thing is, you offensively, you got to go with what works. If you see somebody with a hot hand, you got to keep feeding them. You can't take the ball out of their hand. And that right there has been a problem when you talk about inconsistency. Mm-hmm. And my word of the year has been consistency. That's been my word the whole year since the offseason. Everybody got amped up. Yeah, we got this. I said, I need to see it consistently. Consistency is my word this year. And the problem is there's no consistency here. So, again, I didn't buy into the stock. I got called a wet blanket, and I'm okay with being called a wet blanket. I'm just real about this team. The consistent thing that we have to do, we've got to learn how to win. It's not running the football. It's not just passing the ball. It's not just tackling folks. You have to win, learn how to win games. Doesn't matter how it's done. You just got to do it. Get it done. No discipline.
Well,
Defensively, we have that. Offensively and special teams, we don't. So until we get changes and shakeups in those departments, we're going to continue to keep having these powwows or these type of conversations, hoping to make the playoffs instead of just making the playoffs.
right. And everybody was happy. Well, some people were happy about Raheem. I wasn't. I wanted to be a BirdCage because, like you just said, consistent. He know how to win. He ain't win all those Super Bowls for nothing. He know how to win. He got the best out of his players. I mean, that's why I didn't never believe in Raheem. Never. And like you just said about the Green Bay head coach, we should have never got rid of him while he was here. The year we went to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
We should have never got rid of him. We had 4 of the top coaches in the NFL right now on one team. So if Green Bay is stupid enough to let this man go, I'll be off the blank. Hey, player, yeah, come on down here. Come on back home to the ATL, player. And I will have right here in my front office. Hey, I got him on the phone. Don't clean out your office. Matter of fact, don't even worry about that. Just don't go home. I will send you your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just me, though, because to me, Raheem liked to lie. He liked to hear himself talk. Okay, when he first got the job, he said, what? We need a quarterback. You brought in Kirk Cousins. That was your guy. Well, when Kirk Cousins got hurt, you didn't want to take out Kirk Cousins to somebody upper room front office said, hey, players, you got to put in the rookie. That showed me right then and there. You don't know what you're doing as a head coach. Should nobody have told you to take him out, you should have seen it.
Well, we got to stay with this year. We can't go back to last year, Ryan.
Right.
So
Yeah.
let's stick to this year right now.
And
Talking about this year.
And Zach Robinson, I don't know if Raheem the one tell him, hey, you got to change up on your play calling or anything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But he play calling sucks. And when Zach Robinson said, oh, he called defensive coordinators around the NFL. How you like my play calling? I said, yeah, that man. That's another reason why Raheem should get the boot right now.
His thing is not going to happen till after the season, bro. And
Yeah.
at this point, it's what it is, man. You've been trying to get Raheem fired since he started, just to be honest.
Yeah.
And I get it. But at the same time, I'm like this. I'm an equal opportunist. I feel as if this here. You got to give somebody, here's the thing, you got to give somebody a chance to hang themselves. I said, I'm going to give him a shot to hang himself, which he's done. Y'all was ready to get rid of him as soon as he stepped foot off the plane. Like, my thing is, look, at least give somebody an opportunity to screw up so you can hold it against them. That's the problem. And that's not just a problem with this is a problem with society. Look, if somebody screw up, give them an opportunity to hang themselves. Don't just condemn them right off the bat. I at least let him hang himself before I started saying he got to go.
Yeah. You're right.
I've been saying that. But the
You're right.
problem is, there's been too many people trying to fire the man soon as he got here. Like I said, I'm giving him at least 2 to 3 years. And what's up, Nando? My guy Nando can tell you that. And I said this. Nando can attest to this. That I said I give him 2 to 3 years before I start saying it's time for him to go, or he got to do something really egregious to get the hell up out of here.
Yeah, you is right.
And my thing is, looking at how he's handled this team, how he's mismanaged everything, he gotta go.
Yeah.
My thing is, you got to give somebody a chance to screw up before you do that. But now that he's gone, I mean, getting ready to be gone, or possibly, I'm gonna be honest with you. The only thing that would save his job is if the Falcons went on a Cinderella type run and they got to a Super Bowl or an NFC championship game.
Yeah.
That would save his job.
Yeah.
That would be the only thing that would save his job.
Yeah,
But
I think
I don't see it happening.
Yeah,
But-
Ryan, go ahead, Ron.
But everybody like and share the show. Shout out to my OG Ryan. Keep on doing your thing, baby. You keep on, man.
Appreciate it.
Everybody like and share the show. Everybody get this man those numbers, dog. He doing his thing every day. Be easy, dog.
Appreciate you, family. That was Big Ron or whatnot coming through doing his thing today. So Will's back in here. But before we get back to it, Will, I got to go ahead and pay some bills real quick. We got to take a quick commercial break, man. Y'all sit back and relax. We got you covered. Swooping in like the peregrine falcon, the BirdCage is going to take you on a journey. Tap in with us before every Falcons game. We have the pregame meal where fans can come in, talk about their likes, dislikes, and concerns for the upcoming game. Also, we have the halftime analysis that you check out. And then we have, for every fan afterwards, the party line and benediction post-game show. You know how we get down. You either get right or you get left. We'll catch it in. Ghost. BirdCage. Welcome back. Welcome back. I can see this team today, possibly because they know they got a lot riding on today. I can see this team possibly putting up 28 points. The question is, can the defense hold long enough till the clock runs out so we can get a win? I can see us putting up 28 points.
Yeah, but go ahead,
I
Ryan.
think
Go
it's
ahead.
not going to be consistent. That's the problem. I don't think it's going to be a consistent 28 points. I think you score, there's like 5 or 6 stalls in the game, and then they score again and put us in a position to win the game. But I think this is going to be a hard slap down, drag out type of fight today. That's just me.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a good, hard, tough division game. You know, the division games will be tough. It ain't gonna be an easy one, but at least I was winning by 7, 21 and 28. But overall, man, it's just the offense need to come in to execute special teams, all three phases of the game. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, some of these players, these new players who on defense, they're okay. But overall, I just want to see this offense and special teams respond from a tough loss in Germany last week. I just want to see how this offense special teams execute. And moving forward, if Raheem want to stay, he gotta win these games down the stretch. If not, just go ahead and clean house and let him go ahead and leave. I don't think he should deserve to be here another head coach next season. To me, in my opinion.
If he doesn't win with this team, I don't think he gets another head coaching job in the NFL. If he does coach, if he decides to stay on the professional level, he will be a defensive coordinator because he's got a Super Bowl ring as a lead DC. And then he's also been good as a DC everywhere that he's gone. It's just he's not head coach material. And it's okay. Everybody's not built to be a chief. You gotta have your workers. It's just how it goes. Everybody's not built to be a CEO. Everybody's not built to be a top dog. You have to have workers sometimes, and he's a worker. One thing you can't take away from him is the man understands defense. Problem is he just doesn't understand management of being a head coach.
Yeah, management. Bad management and calling timeouts at the wrong time, man. That's be killing. And he be cocky. Like if we and field goal range, just kick the extra 3. Don't even try to go for 4th and 3 sometimes, because sometimes you're not gonna get every down. So when these defense you too smart to to let offense to get the first down. So just kick the extra point.
Here's the other thing I'm gonna throw out here today while we're talking about it. It's this pass rush that we have. Jalen Walker's back. JPJ is here.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of the best rookie classes that we've had since 1980. Just to be honest.
Yes.
I understand the Super Bowl class that came in 2016, but I don't compare them to what we can go back and look at film wise, because that team had an offense. 1980 had a ton of rookies on that defense, and they got deep into the playoffs and lost to the Cowboys, unfortunately. And then Dallas loses to Philly in the NFC Championship game, and they end up losing to the Raiders, who the Falcons could have beaten that year, because Raiders were a Cinderella team and they clicked at the right time. But I'll say this: when you look at the pass rushers that we have, Jalen Walker, James Pierce Jr., those two on the field at the same time tilt the field. If you look at it, Leonard Floyd, Honor Ebiketie, and these guys are eating off of these young guys when they have them on the field. Diablo still missed, but Peter Woods came in and he did his thing. Harrison came up and started making plays in that game against the Colts. You have interchangeable pieces that don't fall off. The only thing that I think that needs a lot of work right now is that number 2 corner spot.
Yeah,
that's just
absolutely. Absolutely. And the nose tackle.
AJ was not the problem. And you're starting to see that Hughes is not worth that money that we paid him, because of the fact that after he hurt his neck, he was not the same player. But before that neck injury, he was really a lockdown corner, and you saw that he had potential to be that guy that he was out of UCF. But when you're dealing with neck injuries and certain things, it kind of eats at a player's psyche. So there's a lot in his game that he's not up here in his mind. He's not where he needs to be, just to be honest. You can tell.
And I ain't mean to cut you off here, Storm. I agree with you. And I said this last season. I said I don't think Mike Hughes should deserve that contract. Just go ahead and go in the draft. There was some good DBs this past draft, that could have added depth in it. But this shit, all season, I think we should go in the 3rd or 4th round, get us a corner, get one of the diamonds in the rough DB. Just don't go to the big universities. Just go to like a HBCU college and get one of them hungry DBs, and who gonna have attitude and have to be vocal in the locker room. So we need that. And move forward, we need a nose tackle too, man. Because we have to have a national nose tackle like 3-something, like 320, opposed to 280. Just to get double teams and stop the run on short yard situations, man. We need a nose tackle.
Wow. Reporting news today, folks. Former Jets cornerback Chris Boyd is in critical condition right now after being shot in Manhattan early Sunday morning, per ABC News. And there are currently no arrests, but police are saying that they're still looking for the man that fled in a blue BMW in connection to the shooting. The relationship between the victim and the suspect are unclear at this time. So, Chris Boyd, we're keeping you in our prayers right now, and it's tough. It's real tough to sit back and we love this game, but things that are happening right now in this world,
outside of football world, And Ryan, I ain't mean to cut you off too, man. I'm not trying to get too emotional today. I lost my friend yesterday. Got killed by a Georgia State Patrol trooper. Unfortunately, I don't know the details about it, but my condolence goes to his family. It just, you can't take life for granted, man. You only got one life, man. I always practice what I preach, man. Enjoy people who you love, man, because life is too short. When it's time to come home, it's your time to come home. So that's all I got to say, man. My condolence.
And the other play, and there's a player, one of the great safeties of the 80s, one of the best players. Like I said, I looked at his footage growing up, and unfortunately his career was cut short because of some stuff that went on health-wise for him. Mr. Kenny Easley, one of the best safeties that ever put on a uniform, and he was the original godfather of the Legion of Boom in Seattle, and he put that franchise on the map with excuse me or whatnot. He helped put that franchise on the map as well. So when you look at it, Kenny was a hell of a player. Cam Chancellor came out of his same high school in Chesapeake, and it's ironic. They played the same position and both played in Seattle. So it's the craziest thing or whatnot when you look at it. But I gotta put a little something at this point. I'm gonna play a little something for Mr. Kenny Easley or whatnot. And it's kind of tough because when you look at a guy that was a hell of a player and you look at a guy that was true to the game in itself, he was one of the best. So fair use, fair use, fair use. I'm gonna go ahead and show a little something of Mr. Kenny Easley real quick, and then I'm gonna get back to the score predictions, and then we're gonna pretty much get up out of here. Give me 1 second.
I love the game of football, and the game of
Yes,
football
the
loves
sound
me
isn't
back.
working. Oh, that's why I
And
muted the tab. I'm sorry,
there was
ladies and gentlemen.
nothing
Fair use, fair
about
use,
the
fair
game
use.
that I didn't love.
Graceful yet aggressive, a ball hawk who could deliver big hits. Kenny Easley made an immediate impact for the Seattle Seahawks at the strong safety position. Selected fourth overall out of UCLA in the 1981 NFL Draft, Easley recoveries and 3 interceptions, including an 82-yard pick six as a rookie, earning him AFC Defensive Rookie of the Year honors, as well as the moniker, the Enforcer. While he was a naturally gifted athlete, Easley expected more from himself.
I understood that at each level, if I was going to try to climb the ladder to the top, which is pro football, that I just could not rely on that talent. I had to increase it at every stage in order to achieve what I wanted to achieve. So I didn't sit on the early successes that I had. I built on each level that I went to.
So just a little something of Mr. Kenny Easley or whatnot. Rest in peace, Mr. Easley. Thank you for your contributions to the game, and thank you. What's up, Will?
No, go ahead. I was just saying rest in heaven. I was just saying my
You
contributors. You go ahead,
interrupted
man.
me while I was trying to give flowers to Mr. Easley, man. Come on now.
No, my bad.
Anyways, now I want to say thank you to Mr. Easley for your contributions to the game, and thank you for what you've done as a football player. And definitely we appreciate the fact that you played the way that you did and really was an icon to many safeties that you look at in this game today. So we appreciate your contributions, and you will be surely missed. And thank you for, again, just being a great person. Didn't get a chance to run into him. He actually was going to be one of our guests during this off season, by the way, when we do our interviews with former athletes and players. And again, that would have been one of the best interviews that we had because his passion for the game, his energy for the game was like none other. So rest in peace to Mr. Kenny Easley. Thank you again for your contributions to this game. So unfortunately, we've had 2 members that would have been a part of the BirdCage alumni with interviews that have passed away, Mr. George Atkinson and Mr. Kenny Easley. And ironically, they both were strong safeties. So rest in peace to those 2. Now, what we need to put to bed and make rest in peace to these Carolina Panthers today. I have the Falcons winning this game 28-21. It's going to be a close game. It's going to be hard fought, hard nosed. And again, we talked about the X factors last week, and we pretty much put a whole bunch of things out here that could probably affect this game in and out. So definitely appreciate you guys for tapping in to the pregame meal. We're going to go ahead and let you get to the game today. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you for sharing. Hit that like and subscribe button on the way out. If you're not subscribed, or if you are, just hit that like button for us. It's the lifeline of this show, and we'll definitely catch you at halftime, man. Y'all be blessed. We'll catch you then. Ghosts.